Hello, everybody. Welcome to another All Maverick reaction with me, Alan, and Tom. Tom looking like he's sitting in his kitchen. How's it going, Tom?
Well, I am sitting in my kitchen. Yeah, I'm good.
You
I'm
good?
interested in this show.
Yeah, so we are going to start watching The Wheel of Time. Just launched on Amazon Prime. This is episode 1, which is apparently called Leavetaking. So, Tom, first of all, important question. How much do you know about The Wheel of Time?
Well, I knew nothing until yesterday. Someone just told me a comparison between it and Game of Thrones, and that was it. And then I messaged you, and then
Yep.
and now we're watching it.
Yes, so yeah, I know about that much. I'll tell. So I know about that much. Plus, I know that I can probably say this. Probably like five or so months ago, my mum watched the first 3 episodes as a like early viewing person for Amazon.
Ooh.
But at that point, it was still going through the whole post production process.
Mhm.
So there were like visual effects that weren't finished. There were things where there should have been creatures that were just like blobs and stuff like that. So, but she didn't tell me anything about the show. She just told me that she was watching something that it was fantasy based and it was full of like blobs and things. And after it launched, like yesterday, she went, "Oh, that's that show that I was watching." So yeah, my mum has been watching Wheel of Time. She's seen the first 3 episodes. Told me nothing else other than that. I know nothing about the books other than there's quite a few of them.
Did
Uh,
did she do that from home, or did she get to go to a fancy studio?
she did it from home. She did it from home. They sent her a file. They sent her files or something. Unfortunately, she didn't get COVID, man. She didn't get to go
I
anywhere.
know, I know.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So anyway, should we get watching? Should we watch this first episode and then we will have a little chat about it afterwards?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this is The Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 1, Leavetaking.
Many, many years ago, men who were born with great power believed they could cage darkness itself. The arrogance.
You better run, buddy. You better run. Oh,
I don't think
they are.
they're
They're
getting
taking
away.
it. Nah, I think they're losing this one.
These must be the women of Aes Sedai that she mentioned. Although she didn't have a blue cape, a red cape.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Oh.
It's Fight Club.
The madness already has him.
Oh, okay. Think you might be in trouble.
This power,
Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of this one.
it's meant for women. And women alone.
Some kind of magic powers
When you
that
touch it,
it corrupts the men or something or drives them.
you make it filthy.
Do you think he's that dragon guy that the lady mentioned?
I don't know. He said he's been reborn recently, didn't he? So he must be a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's the other woman.
It's not him.
Oh, there you go. They are looking for. They are looking for him.
He was born 20 years ago,
Oh, there we go.
almost to the day the prophecy of the dragon reborn predicted.
But that guy was 20.
To touch the source.
Yeah.
It's not him.
He looked older than me.
I mean, they don't even know that it's a guy, do they? They said it could be a. It could now be a woman. Were those like old buildings that had all grown over? Is that what those were?
They almost look like 21st century buildings.
Yeah, they always look like skyscrapers and stuff, didn't they? Some awesome, like. I wonder where this is all filmed.
It's my honor to welcome you to the Women's Circle.
I think she's the dragon.
Be strong,
Quite possibly. Oh, Jesus.
Oh man. Fuck that.
Oh.
I haven't swam for a number of years, so.
They said about turning 20, right? Is this some kind of thing they do, like inauguration kind of thing when you reach that age?
Yeah, I guess so, but it doesn't seem very nice.
It's just chilling there. That is some blue water.
Definitely not in England.
If that was near me, there'd be a shopping trolley in there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
How'd you get the wool to town?
Carried it.
And the brandy?
That stayed home. Your mother could drink.
She survived!
Hooray! They're all secretly disappointed. Uh-oh.
This guy looks serious. But he's introducing somebody else, right? Somebody else coming up.
Stranger.
Oh yeah, it's him.
We'll need stables for our horses and a room for the night. 2 beds and fresh linen, that's all we need.
Of course, Moraine Sedai.
Gotta remember these names. Moraine Sedai.
How did she know her name?
Guess from the ring.
Ah, yeah. I don't even think I'm spelling any of these names right when I write them down.
Spell them phonetically, you'll be alright.
I think the main character that had a bow
Give Egwene my best.
looks like Anakin when he was young.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
It could be warmer.
I'm impressed they have this at all.
It could be warmer.
So you're gonna warm it?
Ah, yeah.
Ah, too warm!
You think it's one of them? Which one?
I wonder how they work out who it is.
Don't know, probably feel something of it in the power from the power. Oh, look at this. Gee.
It's Voldemort.
I was literally gonna say the same thing. Doesn't that make you think of when Gandalf comes in? And all the kids are like running up and he sets off fireworks.
Too early for breakfast?
I guess he's like a travelling salesman, is he? Got all these interesting wares.
You think one of the eyeless is already here?
So they know that something else is tracking as well.
Yeah, maybe someone's trying to take this person to do evil things.
I guess. Yeah, I imagine someone else trying to take control of them before they can find them. The lads are all just chilling, aren't they? The women are doing all the serious work, and the guys are all just fucking about.
Out with what?
The clothes they're wearing look quite interesting. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not proper medieval. It almost looks like modern, just made with like really
Yeah.
old materials.
Yeah, I was thinking that about his jumper before.
Yeah.
So what are these lanterns for? Some kind of like remembrance thing?
To light a candle for her.
Oh, here we go.
Whole point is to help guide a spirit back to us.
Well, there we go then.
Doesn't matter where we are when we do it, really.
Do you know what? I think at the end of this scene,
Yeah.
Dane or Egwene, whatever her name is, she's
Yeah.
her and Brand are gonna hook up, and then she's gonna get pregnant, become a wisdom, and then discover she's pregnant after she's become a wisdom, and be like, oh
That's
shit.
a lot of predictions you're making there, Tom. Let's see if any of them come to
The
anything.
Fade has Trollocs with it. Do you know which one of them it is?
No.
Feels like she does maybe have a gut feeling though.
Yeah, she didn't say no straight away,
Nah.
but I also don't. I know it seems like she doesn't care about, you know, she's a bit high and mighty, but I'd like to think that she doesn't just go around and kill innocent people.
Yeah, probably not. Do we know that they definitely want to kill this person? Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Tom, what's wrong?
He's got done. Oh, shit.
That's not an arrow. Oh my god.
Did not expect that. Holy shit. What are these things? Like beast men. Fucking hell, these guys are messing this town up. They look quite good though, actually.
Who looks quite good?
Like visually, the monsters are pretty good, look pretty decent. Oh shit.
I think his dad might die here.
Doesn't look good for him, does it? Fair play though, he's putting up a fight. Oh. It's got a predator mouth. It's got like mandible mouth.
It's like a human warthog.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh, she is fucking them up.
She's really cool. But also kind of evil.
Mind you, he's holding his own.
Look at her though, she has like
fucking
control
hell.
over electricity, fire,
All the elements.
the
All the
earth.
elements by the look of it. She is one step away from being Captain Planet. The women are getting it done in this show. This guy's a badass.
Oh, do you see that? They just comboed their moves together.
They did, yeah.
That was awesome.
They're taking who they think is the one with the power.
But we know
woman,
it's
right?
not her because she was too old. But I guess the monster.
Yeah, but they don't.
Or maybe they know that
Oh.
she's the wisdom of the town. That's what they think.
He's fucking going ham on it.
Oh,
shit.
my god. There's loads of them.
Oh my god, look at him. Oh shit. Using the buildings as weapons.
I think she's forgot that all the people hid in the buildings.
Oh fuck, here comes the whole house. Oh. See, they've come looking for her, and I think they've taken the other woman, thinking it's the person who's likely to have the power from the town.
Help him.
Yeah, but then I also think I have two thoughts. I think that they took her away because she's the wisdom is one, and they knew that.
Yeah.
Or because I think I'm gonna keep calling him Voldemort. I think he must know who the dragon person is. I feel like
I don't know, I think like he's hunting just behind them for the same person. I guess we'll find out, right?
The turning of the wheel. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. But there will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. And it's one of you.
Okay.
You fully lost your mind.
Moraine.
oh my god.
What are those?
The Dark One's army. More Trollocs.
Alright, so one of these four then.
The Wheel of Time.
Let's hope she's not wrong.
And ages
Yeah.
come and pass.
And there's not another
leaving
20-year-olds
memories
in
that
there.
become legend. The wind
Oh,
was not
shit.
the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time.
Here they
But
come.
it was a beginning.
Ah,
Okay, so that was The Wheel of Time, Episode 1, Leavetaking. So, we're going to take a moment to get our thoughts together, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about this episode. Okay, right, so that was Episode 1 of The Wheel of Time, Leavetaking. So, lot to take in there, especially for people that have never read the book. So apologies if we get any names wrong, we get any facts wrong. We are just speculating here. Like, we have no knowledge. If you've read the books, you clearly know more than we do. Okay, we are not going to pretend to know anything. Okay, so Tom, what did you think of that episode?
I thought it was really good. It was a nice first episode. I just hope the rest of the episodes can deliver as much interesting stuff as that one.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little concerned at the beginning when that group were chasing after that guy who'd kind of gone insane, who was seeing two of him, like he was like with a friend or like a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the special effects there were a little cheesy. The acting seemed a little cheesy, but after that scene, it really seemed to kind of pick up. And it improved a lot after that, especially like some of the visual effects towards the end looked really, really good. One thing that seemed to be a consistent thing throughout this episode, in fact, actually, if we go back and talk about like what has happened in the past. So what was it they said? That men tried to control the darkness, like powerful men, and they messed it up.
They had arrogance. They
had arrogance. Yeah, they were too arrogant. And this man that they'd come to call Dragon was obviously like the leader of this group. They were looking for the rebirth dragon, right? That was what they said at the beginning?
Yeah, so apparently the dragon, as Moraine said at the start, was the man... Hang on, let me read this. The man who brought the breaking of the world. So
there you go, the man who brought the breaking of the world.
So
he was obviously... Yeah, so, but that kind of led in... And then she basically said that this group, the Aes Sedai, who were obviously, I guess, like... I'm going to say enchantresses, or I don't know if that is their title, but they're almost like a group of enchantresses, right? Seem to now be the ones who really are wielding magical power. But one thing that was a consistent thing throughout the whole episode was I just wrote down women getting shit done because that seemed to be like a consistent thing throughout the episode. Like, obviously, Moraine, in the town, like a lot of the women were doing like the big like Perrin's wife was working the forge and all this kind of stuff. Like they were doing the real heavy. You at one point even said the men just seem to be drinking all the time.
Yeah, that's like Matt's dad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Rand's dad seemed to do something, but didn't really know
Yeah.
exactly what he did.
It
But he
was, I
seemed
don't know,
like he
were
was a bit more
hunters
useful.
or yeah, he was almost like maybe they were maybe hunters or something like that, or like farmers, or like just worked with like goods in a way, didn't they? But yeah, Matt's parents both seem pretty shit. Obviously the wisdom from the town also female, so I don't know really at this point. It seems like women might be the only people who, if they have magic, can control it well, because we saw that guy at the beginning who'd been almost driven insane by the magic, the first guy who they went to investigate to see if he might be dragon. Also, when those Trollocs were really attacking the town and we saw those massive fight scenes, we had the group of women all coming in with their pitchforks and were
Yeah.
just absolutely battering that one. So the women were getting it done in Wheel of Time episode 1.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, so a lot of the focus was obviously around this town and introducing us to our characters, all of these people. But there was some interesting setup. So maybe let's have a little chat about each of these characters we've seen so far and see what we kind of gathering from them, shall we? Okay, so Moraine, obviously powerful. One of these Aes Sedai obviously seems very powerful. Like, people obviously know who she is where she goes.
I think I was wondering at one point, like, is she the leader of the Aes Sedai, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them, like a clan almost.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
I
I
think
was
there
calling them
might be
enchantresses,
elders.
right? Like, but yeah, you think there's someone above. You think maybe she's the one who goes out to get stuff done, but there are people sort of above her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my guess.
Yeah. People definitely know who she is where she goes, though, right? Because when she walked in, there was kind of like it's either they know her, and I'm sure they did know her name, but they definitely recognized her ring, right? They knew the Aes Sedai from the ring, and instantly that was like, oh shit, like let's just we'll do what this woman wants.
It is.
Oh, go on.
Well, I guess for me, I think there was those group of ladies at the start that chased the slightly crazy man down.
Yeah.
I guess they're also women of the Aes Sedai, but I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the Aes Sedai or another group, because they were dressed differently, weren't they? Different color robes and
They were wearing red, whereas
yeah,
Moraine was wearing blue, which was interesting. But obviously, she was watching from the mountain, so I don't know if they were just spying on them or.
Yeah, because obviously those women they killed that guy or did something, didn't they? Knowing that he'd been sort of consumed by this power, so obviously don't want to run this risk of, I don't know, men being foolish with power again. I think that feels like that might be a little nod to the world and the state of the world there, and how we've got all these men in power that just do a piss poor job of it. What about Lan then? Her guardsman, her partner. He part of another group, do you think? An individual? Do you think he's part of like a group that defend the Aes Sedai?
Yes, interesting. Maybe the Aes Sedai have like one sworn protector, and
That's what I mean.
he is that one for currently.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. And then I guess about
you
him.
want to know about his sword, don't you? You want to know about his sword.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like him and Rand's dad both had like almost like samurai style swords, which was interesting. So I wonder. I don't know.
You want to know about the marking, don't you, on it? Because there was a real camera shot of Rand's dad's one. I can't think it was an animal of some type.
It was almost like a stork. It was a bird.
Yeah. So and they did a very close up camera shot of that at one point, like really kind of focused on it. So it'd be interesting. That obviously means something.
Yeah, I think because I mean I think they want people to think, people that haven't seen it or read the books. I think they
Yeah.
want people to think that Rand's going to be the dragon, but I'm not convinced. But then again, it could be, and maybe Rand's dad was almost like Lan,
Yeah.
because of the swords. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out as we go along. Okay, what about our 4 potential dragons then? Egwene, Rand, Perrin, and Matt. What do you think of those 4 characters? They're obviously each quite distinct in their way. Egwene, we already know, clearly has some kind of maybe like magical tendencies, powers there. They wanted to train her to become the next Wisdom. They said that with some training, she'd be able to hear the wind. So obviously, there's some already magical tendency there. Rand seems much more your average guy. Like he just wants a good life, doesn't he? He wants a wife. He wants kids. He wants to.
Yeah.
From what I was gathering there, just be in this town, and he's obviously very much in love with her.
Oh, definitely. And I think, well, she was as well. But obviously, I think being the Wisdom compared to being married to someone was probably a more exciting thing for her to do, or just a more.
It's a calling, right? I think for her, like she
Yeah.
sees it as like her calling, and it's probably like quite a respect. It's obviously a very respected position to take up. But very much the Night Watch. Once you're a Wisdom, there's no husbands, there's no kids. It's like going to the wall in that regard. What we did say that this predated, I think, Game of Thrones by 6 years, right? We think I wonder if we're gonna see other little things that feel like influences. And obviously all these fantasy books all have little nods and little influences, but I wonder if we will see some of that in there.
Yeah. But going back to like the 4, so
Yeah.
Rand, Egwene, Matt, and Perrin, I think.
So Perrin and Matt are the kind of the lower importance pair, I guess, right? The other 2 are they're like our A-listers. The other 2 are kind of right now feel like our B-listers.
Yeah,
like...
I can see them fitting the sort of your traditional, like almost like Dungeons and Dragons style like archetypes. Like Egwene's gonna be like their mage, Rand has got his bow, Matt's gonna be like the sneaky one, and then Perrin's gonna be like the tanky guy. So
I love that you've made it into D&D.
I'm just interested to. I think that's how it's gonna work, just by looking at them.
Okay, what about when Perrin got the red mist descend on him during that fight? Do you think there's something to that? Do you think that was just a one-off moment, or do you think there's something that like we're gonna see is like something that we're gonna see more of in the future, or was that gonna be a one-off moment we're not gonna see again?
I think it's one-off. Like I think, they'd never seen the. Well, I'm assuming they've never seen the Trollocs before. And he was like, they were quite hard to kill, so he was just going crazy. And then
proper shock when he killed his wife there. Like I think we were both like, whoa.
Yeah, like definitely. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. And of course, so then Matt. So Perrin was kind of he was settled down, right? He's part of a group of friends, but he very much settled down, found his place. Whereas Matt, our last one of the 4, he felt like he's a bit of a lad. Well, that's what they built him up to be, right? A bit of a lad, a bit of a gambler, a drinker, but clearly cares very much about his little sisters, especially because of his shitty parents.
Yeah.
So, I think he's the heart there.
Yeah, no, I think like he was a bit of a trickster, but yeah, he definitely loved his sisters and kind of resented his parents. But that also is, I almost felt like he should have put up, or I felt like his character would have put up more of a fight or resisted a bit more to going because of his sisters.
Yeah.
But he was just like, all right, I guess we're going then. And he
all right, we're off then.
Yeah, he didn't really. I felt like he would have resisted a bit more.
Yeah. Maybe there's extra scenes that they cut a bit where there's a bit more of that chat.
I just gonna throw it out there now.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the dragon, and he's gonna use it for bad things. And then
you think he's gonna turn bad?
Well, I don't think he was particularly. Well, he's not really that good at the moment. Like none of them are. They're all kind of neutral at the moment. Obviously, obviously, Rand.
There's still D&D in this.
Rand and Egwene are definitely on the good side. Perrin and Matt are more in the middle at the moment, I think. And I think he's going to be the dragon. That's just.
You think Matt's going to be the dragon?
Yep. I'm saying it now. Episode 1. That's what I'm saying.
So here's another question for you then. Padan Fane, I think his name was, the guy who was the merchant. When we saw the Trollocs attack, he just kind of stood around, watched everything for a moment, and then chipped off. Is there more to his character? Or is it just that he's this guy who's travelled the world? He's kind of seen it all. So he was like, I'm over here. I've seen this shit before. I'm just going to go over there, get away from this situation. Like, do you think there's more to it than that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what
It made
to
me
think
laugh
about him.
at the time, just like that long shot of people being butchered in the foreground and him in the background, just kind of watching on, like, ooh, and then just kind of leaves.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what he is. Like, I have weird. I could say like almost have don't know, have a theory that he's like he's older than he looks. Like he could be like 100 years old.
Okay.
He's like some shapeshifter dude, and
Hey,
he
well, he
knows
came
all these
rolling into
towns.
town, didn't he? He came rolling into town just like Gandalf.
It's true.
All the little kids round his cart,
I don't know. He's definitely one to look out for. I think hopefully we'll see him in the next episode or later.
So, okay. We're going to keep calling the bad guy... what were we calling him? Voldemort. We're going to call him Voldemort for now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We know his name isn't Voldemort, but we ain't got his name, so we're calling him Voldemort. Right. My theory here is group of male magic users who have still managed to like remain. The magic looks like it has probably warped them, transformed them a little bit, maybe taken control of them more, like that guy at the beginning, like they were worried could happen to him. I think group of male magical users that have all been sort of transformed, evil bastards, looking for the new dragon to kind of try and seize control or build their power like they were maybe trying to do back before. So they need the new dragon to try and make that happen again. Looking for the reborn dragon, as it were. They're almost like a cult to this person. That's my way of thinking about it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's interesting. I think. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, maybe they could be here to take the dragon away and somehow extract the power from them. But I guess the only other thing,
or bring them back to lead them again. Back into the position they were once in before.
Yeah. Which, yeah, but like Rand's dad said, like when people were born, they don't remember their past life. So even the new dragon isn't going to remember what they did before unless these magical people have a way of making people remember their past life.
But I guess maybe it's not so much about making them remember their past life, but more about knowing that thing is inside of them, kind of. When I say bringing them back, I don't mean bringing back their memories. I mean kind of like just getting them back to the position they were in before. But I guess that's again going to be something. But actually, you've touched on something that's interesting there as well. So they were in the middle of this lantern ceremony, which festival, which is all about was guiding the spirits back to them, which is where the Wheel of Time name has come into it. They say that the spirits turn on the Wheel of Time and eventually they'll be reborn. So it's very much focused on reincarnation, right? And that seems like it's something that's going to be, obviously the dragon's been reincarnated. It looks like there's this idea of other people being reincarnated. So interesting to see this like side of the religious beliefs and where that side of things go. We've not got a lot more to go on there, but at least we kind of know what the Wheel of Time is now.
Yeah, it's just like the never-ending
cycle
time. Just like time.
Never-ending time. Never-ending time.
I guess.
Okay. Oh, go on.
Sorry. The only other thing I was going to say, and it could just be completely wrong, to do with the person we're calling Voldemort. Or I guess there's two things actually.
Go on, yeah.
One is my only other thought, if they're not just being corrupted by some magic or something, is what if they are the children, or that's the child of the old dragon, and that's why he has some sort of weird power or something. And then also, when we saw those goats, obviously we didn't know what it was at first.
When we saw those goats, the dead goats, right? The ones that had all been like sacrificed.
Or were they sheep? I can't remember. Either way, they were.
Actually, I think they were sheep. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, they were in a. They looked like they were in a 9, or obviously because the camera's facing that way, maybe it was in a 6, and you're supposed to wonder what.
See,
What?
I thought they looked almost like part of the like half of the yin and yang symbol. Not the same, but like if you take that and you split it, it was
Mhm.
when you look at the yin and yang symbol, how that's almost a 9 shape, isn't it? It's that
Yeah.
slightly curved. So it looked like that kind of shape.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see something like that again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that just drew the Trollocs in. Maybe they could smell the. Don't know.
There was
The
got to be
sheep
something to it,
from
right? There was a
afar.
reason they were in that shape. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It may not be something we come back to. It may be just something like a magical ritual shape or something. But they were very clearly positioned. Like they weren't just strewn about.
But I'm definitely convinced that it was the Voldemort guy that did that to the sheep. It must have been.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's got to have been. It's got to have been. Okay, something else we were having a little bit of a discussion as we went, and we seem to have difference of opinions. Why did Voldemort take the wisdom from the town? Because I think Voldemort took the wisdom thinking, knowing that Moraine had gone there looking for the dragon. I think that they put 2 and 2 together and came out with 5. For she's gone there, she's looking for the dragon. This person here is young, powerful. That's them, and they just made the first move and took who they instantly thought was the dragon,
Yeah.
without actually doing their due diligence and looking into the real facts, like Moraine did, finding out that she was too old. Because they couldn't go in the town and ask those questions. So I think they took her thinking she's the dragon. You think differently, right?
Yeah, like I wasn't even convinced of that when they took her and when you first said that, because like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I hate calling it Voldemort, but I feel like he must know a bit more, or he must know who it is. But then also, obviously, Moraine said at the end, like, the Trollocs are coming. She's like, the Trollocs know who you are or know of you,
That's true.
and they're gonna
That is
keep
true.
coming to this town if you stay here. So
Yeah, no, good point. Good point.
they must know who it is, or I don't know.
We'll get a sense for it.
Yeah, I feel like they know more than Moraine does.
Okay.
I feel like they may have just taken the wisdom because I guess she could
Just for
heal the
a laugh.
town. Plus, she could have
Yeah.
made Egwene another wisdom before they set off or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I
It's
guess
interesting.
we will see.
Or maybe I guess maybe they took her and they've kept her alive because there was that sacred pool that she was cleaning and she talked about.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to get her to use the sacred pool for some evil magic, or maybe Voldemort needs the sacred pool to give him some life force to keep him alive.
We need to learn this guy's real name.
I know, I don't like calling him Voldemort.
Maybe they said it in the episode. I know they spoke about the group already being there. At one point, Lan and Moraine said they're already here, basically. I didn't get the name of the group. I don't know if it was the name of the group or the name of the guy. If we're not supposed to know his name, please don't leave it in the comments below. Please don't leave any spoilers in the comments below, right? Our speculations may be wide and far off the mark, but we want to discover the answers for ourselves. So please, we'll discuss things in the comment, but don't spoil things for us down there. Okay, the only last thing I really want to talk about was the big fight scene. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah,
I thought that big fight scene at the end was really well put together.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I like. At first, they were using a lot of quick shots and cuts between all the monsters killing people. So I was like, maybe the monsters don't look that nice. But then when there was the first close up when Rand and his dad fought one, I was like, no, they actually look decent. And
They
then
look decent, yeah.
the whole bunch of them turned up. But even
Yeah.
that, the coolest part was obviously Moraine and Lan fighting them all off and
Teaming up.
yeah,
doing
they
some
did a bit of a
double
move.
attacks, combo moves. Yeah,
It was cool. It was
no, I enjoyed it.
It was really cool.
Right, well, I think we've probably chatted enough, random stuff about this first episode. Unless there's anything else you want to mention, Tom, before we head out.
I feel like I want to go back and see this one bit where just after Rand and his dad had killed the thing, because
yeah,
I feel like he said, because we learned they were called Trollocs, but I felt like he looked at the weapon of a Trolloc and said, I wrote down Drollic, but I don't know what that means. But I want to go back and look at it because I felt like he didn't say Trolloc, he said something else. So I'm interested.
Did you think he went, oh, bollocks, where he didn't
Maybe.
stand. Do you think that's what it was?
Maybe.
But anyway, no, I really enjoyed that. I am definitely excited to watch episode 2. So episode 2 and 3 are already out, so we're going to try and get on those ASAP, and then it goes into weekly release from Friday. So I'm excited to watch more of this. Okay, everybody, well, thank you for watching our first Wheel of Time reaction video. Let us know what you thought below. Let us know about your theories, but please, as I've already mentioned, don't leave us any spoilers. We've not read the books. This is our first time watching it, as it must be your first time watching it, right? It's a brand new show, but please don't spoil it for us if you know the books well. We want to discover things as we go along. We're all up for chatting about things, but, you know, don't post things that we couldn't possibly know at this point, because that would be really, really shitty, wouldn't it? That'd be rubbish, wouldn't it, if we spoiled things that were to come in the future. If you have enjoyed this, though, please leave us a like. Subscribe to the channel to keep up to date. We do all kinds of other reaction videos. We do some video game stuff as well. We do live streams. You can head over to allmaverick.com, where we post news articles every day talking about video games, TV, films, board games, everything that kind of interests us. And you can go to twitch.tv/allmaverick live on 9 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday, UK times, where you can join as we play some video games and watch us suck at them normally. That's fair, right, Tom?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Say bye, Tom.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.